Okay, so what we have is my charging circuit all connected to earth, and as I explained in the previous video, with the voltages that get produced, and then they're balanced out by each other, and you end up with 12 volts negative, 12 volts DC negative by the time you connect it up to your battery, and that's a big diode for you. Now, what we have over here is not connected to earth, oddly enough. Okay, now let's have a think about how that could work. So, just bear with me. Sorry about that. Alright, see, neither of those are connected. Now, get rid of that. Don't leave things connected while they're lying around. What we have here is the stator pole that spins. Now, when the pole is connected, is passing the top, okay, of the coil here. I'm going to say this is going to be inducing a voltage here, inducing a voltage here, and then those voltages are going to be balanced out however they may come out by the 12 volts here. Now, I did say in my first video that that is connected to earth. I would like to correct myself. It is an earth, if you like. Okay, so we're going to be drawing electrons from the earth down here. Okay, so this is where your earth is really. So you've got your 12 volts here, okay, 12 volts negative that's going to end up getting produced like everything else on the circuit, okay. You're going to end up using that in the coil to step up the voltage to whatever it is, thousands, spark voltage, enough to make a spark, okay, whatever that voltage is. And the electrons are going to get drawn in through this big earth, okay. They're going to get used, and then the residual is going to have the circuit connected through the 12 volt negative part, coming up to your CDI, on off, okay, and then down through 12 to DC negative. I believe that's how it works, okay. What I am going to do is, when I have a appropriate meter, I'm going to connect it up and show myself, mostly myself, but also you, the 12 volt negative at each part of the circuit, and see which parts are which, and whether or not we're balancing out using two lots of 12 volt negative and a lot of 12 volt positive from somewhere, possibly here, to create 12 volts negative, and so on and so on, or if this is just ending up being 12 volts positive. I'm not entirely sure it's not at the moment, but that's how it all should work. Similar theory to having the 12 volts here, where you have different types of 12 volts, negative and positive, to balance out to give you the correct voltage at the either positive or negative direction of current flow, because it all needs to be DC, okay? Despite the fact that I don't have a rectifier, there are other ways you can create DC without a rectifier, okay? But this is the earth for your CDI down here by your spark plug. By the time everything goes through everything, it all ends up getting connected to this, okay? And then the other part of that circuit is going to be your 12 volts negative going on to your battery, okay? This is the spark plug circuit that goes down to the spark plug, and then you've got sort of like on-off here, you know, to get your timing, and then of course kill switch. This is possibly a better video than my first video that explains how CDIs work. I am going to write part 7, how CDIs work, in this video. Thank you, and if you speak whatever language is being spoken in the background. Feel free to pay no attention. That's none of your business. That's just my neighbours. Thank you.